If you just inherited your parents' home here in California, you're probably bracing for a long, expensive court process before you even think about selling. Here's the good news. Depending on your situation, you might not have to go through full probate at all. And the law that changed last year is the reason why. Let me walk you through it. First, a direct answer. In California, whether you have to go through probate to sell an inherited home depends mostly on how the home was held when your parent passed. If it was in a living trust, owned in a joint tenancy, or had a transfer on death deed, you can sell without full probate. And even if none of those apply, there's now a simplified court process for a primary home. I'll explain that in just a second. Let me back up and explain the word itself, because nobody should feel lost in legal jargon while you're there grieving. Probate simply means the court process that legally transfers a deceased person's property to their heirs. Full probate in California can take many months and involves court oversight. That's a slow, costly thing that everyone dreads. Now here's where most people get stuck, so pay attention to this part. A lot of families assume that any inherited house automatically means full probate. That is not true anymore, and here's why. As of deaths on or after April 1st, 2025, if the home was your parents' primary residence and is worth $750,000 or less, the heirs may be able to use a streamlined court petition instead of going through a full probate. That threshold jumped from just $184,500, a number so low almost no California home qualified, up to $750,000. But there's a catch. This simplified path still requires a petition to the Superior Court and roughly 6 months waiting period. It's faster and cheaper than full probate, but it's not instant, and it's not zero paperwork. And here's a common point of confusion. You may have heard about a small estate affidavit. That affidavit, which now covers personal property up to $280,000, does not work for real estate. So don't assume a simple form handles the house. It doesn't. Quick question. Do you even know whether your parent had a trust? Because that single fact changes everything. And it's the very first thing that I'll help you figure out. So what does this actually mean for you? It means that before you assume you're facing a year in court, it's worth finding out exactly how the property was titled and what it's worth. Sometimes the answer is good news, and this is where I'll be straight with you about what I do. I'm a real estate agent, I'm not an attorney, and the legal specifics of who inherits and which process applies should always be confirmed with a probate attorney. But I work alongside a team and a network of trusted probate attorneys, CPAs, and estate professionals. I coordinate the whole messy middle for families, figuring out the path, handling the clean out of a home full of a lifetime of belongings, managing the repairs and contractors, and getting the home sold for the most it can bring. You get one calm point of contact instead of 15. You don't have to figure this out alone, and you don't have to figure it out today. If you're staring at an inherited home and you're not even sure what questions to ask, that's exactly what a free, no-pressure consultation is for. We can hop on a quick phone call or Zoom, and I'll help you understand which path you're likely looking at. No obligation and no sales pitch. I've also put together a free probate guide, how to sell your home in probate, that walks you through this step by step. Click the link in the description below to download your free probate guide.